My name is Ukurebi Essien, and I welcome you to the news on the Daily News. Today, we'll be looking at some interesting news that sprung up within the week. First, on our story is a story that concerns young persons in Cross River State. The young people of Cross River State within the week expressed disappointment and contempt over some statement that was credited to former Governor Donald Duke, which he made on the incumbent governor, Senator Professor Ben Ayade. Speaking in a town hall meeting for Southern Cross River State leaders, Comrade Dan Obo said that the statement made by the ex-governor was an insult to the office of the governor, and that Cross River State youth will no longer tolerate such insult on the office of the governor, stating that the governor holds the people's mandate and every insult thrown on the office of the governor is an insult thrown on the people of Cross River State.
The reality is, such statements are created to the office of the governor is not only embarrassing, it's an insult to our entire sensitivity as Cross River. Ben Ayade holds our mandate, and so whatever you throw at Governor Ben Ayade today, it is believed that you're trained on Cross River.
He also called on the ex-governor to show young Cross Riverians the right kind of politics and not to meddle with the politics of double standard, stating that a few years ago, the ex-governor was at the rice factory where he extolled the good leadership qualities of Governor Ben Ayade, and he is surprised that few months after, Governor Donald Duke is speaking ills of the governor because of some political differences, which he said Cross River State youth will no longer tolerate and demands some apologies from the ex-governor. Daniel Obo further challenged Governor Donald Duke to put up his scorecards when he was governor, and also the result of his polling unit after he left office as governor. He also said that Cross River State youth will stand solidly behind the Back to South agenda, and that nobody, not even the southern leaders who have decided to sell their mandate to other central districts, will stop the wish of this Back to South agenda from coming to pass.
Now, talking about not hearing, you can't tell us that you've not heard of a man like that before. A man who was a senator, a man who has been giving scholarship even before he became a senator, a man who has been touching life even before he became a senator, a man who has been there as they were building the PDP in terms of financial commitment also. Simply because you have a selfish interest against your people, you go around making silly statements about the governor. If you remember, during the rice seedling, when he came and carried the seedling and was planting, you notice that he said so well about His Excellency Governor Ben Ayade. Today, simply because he's not in support of his people, after he wants to remain the only governor his people will produce. Any other person that wants to be governor, he won't support. For me, we are not afraid, like I said earlier. We are confident that he will lose. Let's see his polling unit result in the last elections. Let's see his polling unit result when he was in the SDP. Let's see his polling unit result when he left from PDP. Right? So for me, we deserve an apology as young people. And we are calling on security agencies and government to call him to order, His Excellency Donald Duke, to order, to stop using embarrassing words on the office of the governor, because he has held that office before, so he should respect that office. Secondly, he will not deceive young Cross Riverians with the issue of competence, right? He will not. In Abuja, he's saying that it is the turn of the South to produce president. And so zoning is at the national. When you come to Cross River, he tells you that it is about competence, simply because he has vested interest or he does not want any other Southerner to be governor. So we won't take that anymore. And so that's why we said, no, we call on the youths of Cross River in a full town hall meeting for Southern Senatorial District. As you can see the youth leaders of the 7 local governments in the South, including their followers, who are all here to be sure that they give support and resist any attempt to insult the office of the governor, one. Secondly, resist any attempt to deceive the people that it is not the turn of the South. So for us, as young people, it's the turn of the South, and we will support Prince Otu, and he will win because he has the support of the young people. Now, I have said earlier that, look, any party that gives ticket to young people, we will support. Between you and that, the party His Excellency Donald Duke is jumping around with, at 30-something, that party gave him an opportunity to govern, right? That same party today, everybody who is running for Senate, running for House of Reps, are people that are doing recycling. in that party. So he's around telling people, not, I want to see what he will tell the Southerners, not to vote their son. I want to hear what he will come and tell his people who gave him a mandate. The Southern Senatorial District in 1999 had APP in 5 local governments. They had APP in 5 local governments. These 5 local governments, go and verify, he won because it was the turn of the South. His Excellency Clement Eburi just left. So for we as young people, we will vote the South for governor, and we will vote Prince Otu for governor, and we will win to stabilize our politics for the state, for equity, justice, and fairness. Watch out. Very soon you will see how the entire state will turn, because young people will come out in full force to be sure that their mandate, stands, which is back to South.